Hey, how are you guys doing tonight? Welcome to Force of Light Live. Good to have you here tonight.
Hello.
Yes, good to have everyone here in the chat tonight. Hope everyone's had an awesome Monday. Mine was okay. Mine was all right. Was it bad? Was it great? It was decent. It was decent.
Just a regular Monday.
Yeah. So hope you guys have had a good Monday. We have I think, pretty good show tonight. We have got a good guest that's not been on the show in a while that I'm excited to have on here in a little bit later. He'll be joining us in just a couple minutes, but hope every one of you guys are doing good. DL, I see you. Good to see you here tonight. KB, member for 5 months. Hello, it will not let me gift a membership from my phone. Hopefully I can get home before the stream ends. Well, hopefully so. Guys, as always, we'll do our goal of 5 gifted memberships.
Yes.
But thank you, KB, for being a member for 5 months. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you a lot. Anthony, good to see you. Steven, nice to see you. Marcos, our wonderful moderator. Always nice to have you. Tommy, how are you doing? You're going to absolutely love this or I believe you're talking about South Park, I think.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
This isn't right. The women need to be lame. I like it. I like it. And Mike, good to have you here. Good to have you here. Mumbling May, always nice to see you. Griffin Turbo, how you doing? How you doing? TD, good to have you. One of our other moderators, always nice to have you. Darren, hello, Michelle, Natalie, mods, and chat. Well, hello to you, Darren. Good to have you. Tender Warrior, I always love that name. Good to have you, my friend.
Good name. Solid name.
Popsicle, hello, everyone. Rick, good to have you. They made KK too attractive. I think she looked about right. I mean, KK's not a bad looking woman, especially I think she's around 69 or so.
I don't know if she's a good looking woman.
But she's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. She stayed trim and, she's not bad. I mean, I think it was pretty accurate for her and Bob Iger both. I don't know. We'll get into that. But Keeley, the man, good to have you here. Good to have you here.
Hey, Mr. Keeley.
Mike, good to have you here. And let's see, Sensations, always nice to see you. Who else we got? Cajun Corey, good to have you here. Good to have you. Brett, good to see you. Mr. Buttcrack Media.
Hey, Mr. Buttcrack.
The loveliest Buttcrack on all of social media. Good to have you here. Donald, good to see you. Stony, hope you're doing well.
Hey there, Stony.
Laura, good to have you here. Can't wait discussion with Paulie. Well, Paulie's going to be on his way, Laura, so it'll be a good one. Yeah, he'll be joining us in about, Brian, good to see you, in about 5 to 10 minutes, I would say. And Chris Ellis with starting off the gifted membership.
Aw, thank you.
The meme master himself, Chris, with that 1 membership. Good to have you. Thank you. So now we just need 4.
Yes.
But guys,
a great start. Thank you very much.
Guys, you know what that means. All of you members, it's time to make Miles dance in the chat when someone gifts a membership. Let Miles dance. Starting it off right. Thank you so much, Chris. We appreciate you. And I want to grab this really quick. Mr. Buttcrack Media has gifted 1 membership. So now we've got 2.
Thank you leave it to Mr. Buttcrack.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Look at you coming in clutch.
Always, Mr. Buttcrack Media. So now we just need 3 more to meet our goal. But guys, since it was a gifted membership, Miles is going to dance a little more. The goal is to make Miles tired each and every show. And I want to grab this.
Oh my goodness. Raider. Thank you so much.
With the $50 super chat.
Bless you, sir. Good sir.
Yes,
bless
truly bless you. Yes.
Thank you.
Raider, man. He is the man. That's all you can say. He's got the little dragon, I believe. He's got dragon energy that he's bringing up in here.
Yes, thank you so much.
I mean, you guys know what Raider gets.
And another one. Why you all in my ear?
But thank you so much, Raider. Truly,
Thank you.
We appreciate it very, very much. Yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone, thus far. You guys are awesome. Anthony, good to have you here. Rogue Attraction, I see you. I see you. Good to have you. Johnny, good to have you here. KR Nut, good to have you here. Jerry.
What was that name? KR Nut?
Yeah.
I like that.
Aaron, let's see. Aaron, Johnny, BA. Nice to have you all. Kenny Long, that makes me want to say Kenny Loggins.
It does.
I see Rooster was dancing in the chat. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, there's our guest.
Oh,
there's our guest. Now I'm like, did I send him a link? But I know I did. So
surely you did, Michelle.
I did. I did. And Mumbling May with the $13.99 super chat.
Oh, thank you, May.
Just because, well, that's a good reason. I like it.
What a wonderful lady right there.
Yes, I love that reason.
You're too good to us. Thank you so much.
I feel I have this from Mumbling May tonight.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much, Mumbling May.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate you.
We have wonderful subscribers. What can I say?
We do. You are awesome. Okay, well, first, guys, we were going to get into before kind of we bring our guest on, and then after. I mean, he can join in on this too. So Natalie and I finally actually watched South Park into the joining the Panderverse.
Yes.
So we're going to give you our thoughts on it. That is right. Ginger lives do matter. Thank you. We interrupt this program to let you know that ginger lives
an important message.
do matter with this important message. But yeah, we watched into the Panderverse. And Natalie, do you want to give your thoughts? I'll give mine. Do you want me to go first? You want to go first?
I thought it was very funny, very very on the nose for some things, that have been going on with Disney and pandering.
Yeah, well, definitely.
And they talk about that elusive Panderstone.
They do talk. They do talk about the Panderstone.
But yeah, so I thought it was a very funny take on it. What did you think, Michelle?
I thought it was pretty hysterical.
Yeah.
I mean,
just pretty wild of them to go there and get that specific with it, I thought.
Yes.
But granted, I haven't seen a ton of South Park, but and I know it's kind of edgy comedy sometimes, but yeah, this was definitely interesting and a funny little treat, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah, it was. I'm trying to get something. It was good. Oh, now I know why I couldn't get it pulled up. I had it sent it. There's something I wanted to pull up on the screen as we talk about this. Yes, as we talk about this, because obviously you guys who have seen it, there are two main storylines. You've got the one about how no one can do anything anymore, which was quite humorous in its own right. And then you also had, of course, about Disney, the multiverse, which really was at Marvel. But man, they hammered Kathleen Kennedy. To the point, guys, like I genuinely pose, like, I don't know how someone returns from this. Like, I don't know how you come back from what they did to her. And especially someone who, they care so much about their legacy.
Right.
And right at the end, South Park just smears her. I mean,
when you like to be a little bit of a fly on the wall just to see, like, because surely she's watched it.
Oh, absolutely. She, at least had to see something.
And it's just to see how does Kathleen take this in?
Yeah, how does she take this in? And in fact, we'll go ahead and bring out our guest and let him give his take on it. Well, welcome, Mr. Latino Slant. How are you, Paulie?
Mr.
I was like, well, Paulie, Latino Slant.
Right. Hi, ladies.
How are you doing?
Wonderful. Happy Monday. Gosh. It's a really cool day. We actually you're the first stream besides mine to where I can show off the actual book. We got it.
Awesome.
We got two of them sent to me, and then today's also
Oh, you
my,
have a hard copy. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Because on
Oh
Toxic
wow,
on
yeah.
Toxic Femme, you showed us just via like what you had online and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's
the
all.
printed manuscript. How are you, Natalie? It's been a while.
I'm good. It's so good to see you, Paulie. Long time no see.
Long time time. We both you ladies, radiant force of light.
Oh,
Aw,
thank
thank
you.
you.
Well, we're glad to have Paulie here. Paulie, we were just talking. Have you had a chance to watch the South Park episode?
I just saw it last night. Sure did.
I mean, because I know you've got, you're there in LA. You're married to an actor. You kind of know this game a little bit. Like I really, as I watched, I was like, I don't really know how Kathleen Kennedy like comes back from this. Like I feel like it's that damaging. It's bad.
Uh, It'll be all right.
I mean, for
She'll
someone
be all
though
right.
who has such an ego, like that's pretty tough.
Oh,
'Cause I
well,
mean,
yeah, I
South
didn't. Yeah,
Park, like let's say back to Scientology, like they really did do a number on that.
yeah. I'm not saying that her ego definitely wasn't bruised and battered. No, she got lit up, absolutely. But you know, she's got a lot of problems going on with her job and that company. So, but I also think because of her age, I'm hoping like just sail off into the sunset there, man. You
Yeah,
know,
that's what really should have happened a few years ago, I would say.
Mm,
Um,
please, man,
but it
please.
hasn't. And I was gonna say this, and Natalie, you and Polly can both give your take, because I've heard multiple people now, like obviously I really appreciate the Critical Drinker and like his channel's so awesome.
Mhm.
But like some of him, like him and a few others, they were kind of saying they thought they took it easy
Oh,
on them.
really?
And I don't agree with that. Like I just feel like if you truly think they took it easy on them, I don't think you really get what it would be like to be working for Paramount Plus. I mean, South Park does have to get passed to get put on Paramount. Like
Right.
what I'm trying to say is like I think being in that business, being in that world, they went as hard as they could go and still have somewhat of a professional relationship.
Right.
I would agree. I would agree. I think it was for the times and the position and they are still a show. They're still
Yes.
going. It's not like they made a movie on their own and or that like she's kind of been out of the picture, but I mean, they're taking on some lions in this one, man. Iger. If
Yeah,
anything, to me,
yes.
Iger is more of an idiot.
Yeah, yeah. So I just really I think
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of I have to disagree with that take, because I just think they are, like you said, this is a TV show. It's still running. It's not just some one-off movie. Like I think they went as hard as they could go, quite frankly.
Yeah.
And I think it was quite hysterical is my take on it.
I did for me. I did think it was a little long.
It did feel a little long at times. I agree with you on that.
But I'm gonna clip my thoughts on it because I went live a few hours ago, and I talked about the Americans don't know. I forgot.
Yeah.
Don't curse here, Polly. Americans don't know how to do squat.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
I loved that.
Oh, it was
Um,
funny.
That
yeah,
really was funny.
because you had asked about being here in the city, and my thoughts are that the interaction that the bubble of the Hollywood wealthy and the regular folk in LA, it's so extreme, right? It's just
Yeah.
their help, the people that landscape, nannies, walk the dog, everything you could think of to keep those mansions running, to keep it all humming. And the super majority of those people are Latino. So, I've gone on several handyman jobs with my cousins. They're all contractors, And you wouldn't believe what they ask us to do. How easy, silly it is. And so when I saw that, I was like, they're making fun of their own as well, not just people in America. You know, they're going after the own Hollywood elite because they're in such a bubble. And no one's in my experience. When we work for and we work for some people, they don't treat us like shit. Oh, they don't treat us bad.
You're fine. It's
So-
okay.
they you know, it's just something that they would rather not do, like put up a mirror, put up a makeup mirror, you know, help me move my closet. You know, it's just insane. It's insane, and they pay a lot of money.
Yeah, because no one knows how to do anything anymore.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. I did. I thought it was pretty good. But
Yeah, apologize, chat. I'm so sorry.
What'd you say?
I apologize, chat.
Oh,
For the
Oh,
cursing.
they don't care.
I honestly think they're just giving you a hard time.
Right.
Yeah, it's not a big thing.
They're just being silly.
I was going to get into something here in a little bit that guys will continue on. There's something that does still relate to Disney and Kathleen Kennedy and Gina Carano and maybe Rachel Zegler, which I'll get Paulie's take on as well. But first, I was going to see, Paulie, were you able to see, let me get this down.
Mhm.
Let me pull up what I'm wanting. 1 second. I don't know if you had a chance yet to see. I did a reaction for, but the Echo, the Marvel Echo
Trailer.
Did you
I
see it?
did.
What
I
did
sure
you
did.
think about it? Because I was pleasantly surprised.
Same here. But the fact that it's still Marvel, the odds are that it's not going to be good or great.
The odds are not in its favor.
No. However, let's mention. I mean, obviously, Vincent D'Onofrio was just, you know, an incredible presence.
Oh, he's such a great villain.
So, what I haven't seen in a long time is something that I'm interested in. There's no, like, you know, multiverse shenanigans. It's practical. It looked good. This, you know, what can I say? But it's a trailer.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
is a
trailer,
trailer.
so you know.
Natalie will be back.
Okay. Bye.
We'll keep talking. Natalie will be
Bye.
back. But yeah, it is a trailer. It just
Mhm.
you're probably kind of where I am based on your comment. Nothing has interested me of Marvel lately. So the
No.
fact that this even kind of genuinely piqued my interest was like, that was kind of new for me with Marvel.
It's, I mean, well, yeah. I mean, when's the last time
It
where you're like, the
now
trailer made you want to?
I did go see Guardians 3. That did interest me to go see.
I don't count those.
Okay. You mean Disney Plus stuff?
Yeah, they're Disney. You know, I'm just saying I don't count Guardians because it's like it's James Gunn.
Yeah, it's his baby.
It's not Feige, you know.
Yes.
But yeah, no. Definitely, these TV shows have been train wrecks.
Oh, they've
So
been horrible. Like, what's the last one you liked?
that I liked.
Are you watching? Some people like Loki. Okay, I haven't watched that at all.
I stopped watching Loki season 1. Like after 2 episodes, I was like, I'm out.
You're just like, peace.
Yeah, and then Hawkeye was bad. It was a bad ending. Miss Marvel had some. I like the family elements of Miss Marvel, but you know, was it great television? No.
No.
When that's the best one of all of them, that's not good. And that's for me.
Yeah. Well, and this too, like something that kind of interests me is it looked like it was more in the vein of like the Netflix Daredevil, which I love.
Yeah.
And it also interests me that this, I guess, because of its rating, you'll have to have like a specific code if you're going to watch it on Disney Plus, just to make sure kids, can't watch it without their parents' approval.
She's good.
And then also this is going to be streaming at the same time on Hulu, which is kind of an interesting strategy. But that's kind of where I actually thought that the Daredevil show needed to go, was to Hulu, because to do it in a way that's going to make fans happy, like it's not going to be a Disney Plus show. It's just not going to be.
Well, also too, the Native American themes in there. I'm curious to see what they come up with, because
Yes, I noticed that in the trailer.
I mean, that was some pretty, really interesting imagery. And we know that as far as lore, they have their own, set of gods, folklore, ghosts and all that stuff. I'm game. I'm open for it.
Yes, I am too. I'm kind of like you. Nothing really has me like excited necessarily at Marvel at this point, but it was the first thing in a long time outside of Guardians that I was like,
Hey, she's
oh,
back.
like she's back.
I'm back.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
back.
the first thing since Guardians. I was like,
Yeah.
I'll give that a try. I'll at least let them, watch the first episode and see if it interests me at all.
I'm out of the loop on this.
Well, this probably wouldn't interest you much though, because Natalie's still yet to watch Daredevil. I've told you.
I know. I need to. Everybody
like
told
it.
me it's so good.
You'd like it.
Yeah.
You think so? Do you really think so?
Well, do you like The Dark Knight?
I did. Yeah.
Like, I actually think, at this is my rating. Like, I've enjoyed, as far as comic stuff, Daredevil's like under The Dark Knight for me. Like, that's how well made it is.
Yep.
And how good, like how grounded, gritty, like how, I don't know. I love that show.
It does sound that way. Like it kind of focuses on some pretty realistic, maybe
Yes.
darker themes.
Well, and you have like
subject matter.
who he's talking about, the villain that's going to show up in this show as well. Vincent, how do you say his name? Vincent D'Onofrio?
D'Onofrio?
D'Onofrio. He plays a pretty much just like almost like a kind of like a not mafia guy, but like they call him Kingpin. I mean, that's his name, but he's so good. And basically that's why I can also kind of compare it to like The Dark Knight, when you have such an intriguing villain.
Right.
When the villain is so intriguing, and that is definitely the case with Daredevil. And they definitely were heavy-handed in this trailer with Kingpin, Wilson Fisk being pretty front and center in this trailer, which, I mean, it's definitely a smart play to at least get us interested, I'd have to say. But
yeah. Again, as a trailer, it got me interested, and
so it did its job.
There was something different about this actor. I know she appeared in Hawkeye. It was kind of for me forgettable, but
yeah,
there did seem to be something dynamic to check her out, and the fact that she's apparently she's deaf, right? So
yes,
I'm always curious to see how they pull that off in film and television. But then you could the train wreck that it could be is that Kathleen Kennedy make her gay and make her lame. She's native, she's a handicapped, is she gay? Like
you're like, where's this gonna go?
It could go south really quick.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It definitely could. Until Disney, I guess, really learns from their mistakes, their self-inflicted wounds. It could go south very quickly. That's definitely true.
But you throw so much poop on the wall, something's gonna
Something
stick.
sticks.
Or stinks.
Well, we know it all stinks so far. That's good. Good, man.
Oh yeah. So hopefully they don't mess that up too bad, and it's at least entertaining. We'll see. We'll see. But I also was gonna get your take, because Gina, I don't know if you saw, I'm sure you did. So last week, Rachel, you came on Toxic Femme and talked about Rachel Zegler. Did you say Zegler? Is that how I say her name?
Zegler. I mean,
I always say Zegler, but
I don't think. Yeah, I think either way is fine.
Okay,
it's Polish, or it's Polish.
Oh,
okay.
Her dad's Polish.
Gotcha.
She's half Polish, her mom's Colombian.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I know you came on and kind of gave your spill about how she was, out there acting like she was on the picket lines. She was going strong for the actors. And then the second she was able to get out of that and be able to promote her movie, she was like, "Bye guys." And
Yep.
I'm sure you saw, but Gina Carano had something to say about this. And for those of you out there watching who may wonder, why did Gina Carano even care? Well, Rachel was one of the people that was very anti-Gina right around the time she was about to get fired
That's right.
from Disney. Like
Oh,
she
really? Like she
Yes.
was like vocal about it back then?
She was vocal. Basically, Gina was kind of a istophobe, and
So Rachel's just always been Rachel, I guess.
yeah,
On the front lines of wokeness.
Yeah, just not being very lovely in her inner person. But this is what Gina said. So Gina had this picture because we got this picture. We got Rachel here. Oh, in fact, I'll leave the picture of Rachel up and I'll read. So Gina says, "What an odd strike this is. Small non-studio productions are having trouble getting waivers, but studios get the interim agreements left and right. Celebrities go from the picket line to their promotional tours and red carpets. What happened to that? I better get paid for every hour I stand in that dress talk."
Right.
Meanwhile, the people who are actually suffering are the crews and actors, not a part of studio projects or in the group to get their waivers granted. The ones whose money will run out quicker, the ones who are having to pick up a second line of work, the ones who will be controlled a whole lot easier once the strike ends based off desperation to work. Think that is by accident. And she goes on, let's see. Who is the strike really intended to hurt? Yeah, she goes on. But
the desperation part is the only thing I disagree with. But everything else is on point.
And what do you disagree with? You can say what you disagree with it.
Right. So maybe grand waivers, keep people working and all studio productions if they really wanted to make it. Wait, where is it? Oh God.
Let's see. Let me go. Let me find it.
My eyes.
Right here. Right here.
Right. The ones who will be controlled a lot easier once the strike ends based off of desperation to work. Yeah, the thing is that that's always been the tension, to begin with, and that's the very thing that there's some actually very sound points to that the union has been striking on, and one of them is decreased wages and AI, and I speak from personal experience in regards to Romy. Working where she was network approved, she would NBC, ABC, CBS, a really big important deal when you get network approved. It's basically like the network approves your rep, like your talent and your caliber. So if they're going to cast you as a recurring role or a series regular, you have to be network approved. You don't get that overnight. That's something you earn through bit roles, guest starring roles. And that's what Romy's done over well over 10 years. But what she's noticed is her quote and her contracts, the offers have just gone down more. But never, was she tempted to take a job that paid peanuts because she was desperate. And I get what Gina's saying, but that's just not the case, because it's really based on what that actor and her team, or him or her team creates. That team is like lawyer, manager, agent. You've got a great team, you're never desperate. Because they're first of all, they're bringing you projects and auditions that they think you are right for. Then the process goes is like, okay, it's that agent or manager to set up that important meeting or that audition. you're just ready. So you know, then that process of auditioning, you know, begins. But it's, you know, it's all on your rep. So the ones that are controllable, I would say, are actually not even in the union. They're desperate to work. They're desperate to get in the union. So that's where I think, you know, I just disagree. Anyone in the union, you know, is not necessarily working as well. You got to understand, this is a union, guys, that doesn't guarantee employment.
Yeah.
It's always been like that, but you got to pay your dues.
Yes.
So, you know, actors are very used to working a few different types of jobs. The famous one being a waiter, being in the food service industry for decades. This is how the system has been set up now for, almost 100 years.
Yes. No. You know, the main thing obviously here just being the fact, I mean, she's clearly calling out I mean, Rachel's hypocrisy
Correct.
in this situation.
Right.
I mean, we see this picture here. She's so proud being on strike. And then the
Yeah.
second she can get out of that, she's
And we,
like,
yeah.
"Ah."
And we said, like, this is such a pose because we talked about how she didn't even clench her fist right. So when you're making a fist, like in boxing, you know, you curl, and you put that thumb on the side, right? Boom, there you
Yeah.
go. And she's like, hi.
She's like, hey.
Photo op. So she
Gosh,
was
yeah.
playing Norma Ray, and obviously she was playing Norma Ray because she jumped at the chance to promote her film. They just did a red carpet yesterday. I don't know if you
Yes,
saw
I
it.
saw it. She had like a dress on, kind of channeling Katniss Everdeen with the fire at the bottom, girl on fire. Yeah, I saw it.
Great dress.
Yes.
Pretty amazing, you know. And that's the thing. It's just like, you know, if she could just, I'm very curious the next couple of weeks if she's gonna on that red carpet, on interviews, what is she going to say? Because that's what we're kind of waiting for, right? We're waiting for, like,
waiting for what is she gonna say.
video time.
We're like, what's coming next?
Yeah.
She gives a lot of she gives us a lot of things to talk about, that's for sure.
Man.
We did a thing, like we kind of did our little poll last week of like who's worse, Brie or Rachel, and like it was almost anonymous that it was Rachel.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, she's hot. She's hot now. It's hot to hate her.
Exactly. That's true.
I mean, I think Brie Larson's becoming a big Rachel fan because Brie's stock is climbing.
Oh my God. Wow. That's hilarious.
What we really need is a movie though with Brie and Rachel together.
That'd be a great team up.
What?
It would be like endless amounts of content for us to
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, man, she's really like just hit so many people the wrong way that anything she says, anything she posts, anything she wears, or anything faces she makes, man, everyone's on it. Everyone's on it.
Like she would have to tread very carefully at this point, and I don't really see that attitude there at this point. Like her realizing I need to be cautious in how I address things.
What I've seen the last couple of days, I guess I didn't see her Good Morning America. I'm just seeing her being a young star and being excited and signing autographs. You know, it's like that's what you should have been doing.
Yes, that's exactly what you should do. Because like you brought up too, and in fact, I heard you bring it up because I had brought that up before as well, like kind of comparing and contrasting the two different approaches that Rachel has taken compared to, say, a Jenna Ortega.
Yeah.
We're like, I'm sure Jenna and I disagree on a lot of things in life, but she doesn't talk about it. So I don't care. And I don't, it's not like, and her attitude is just a little different in general, the way she approaches.
Well, she seems like genuinely sweet and she's talented and she seems to have a lot of love for her co-stars. And
yes.
So it's kind of hard not to like her or find her likable or admirable.
Definitely. Or like how hard she went to bat for the Wednesday character like compared to kind of the dissing of the Snow White character that we got with Rachel.
Yeah, and you're like, who is this chick?
Yeah.
You're right, because you're just like, it's like who is it in regards to Rachel? Like what?
Right.
Oh, West Side Story, Shazam. Those are those, and people say, oh, they're flops, and they were. I happen to like her in a West Side Story, not so much in Shazam. But Jenna Ortega is a complete. Jenna's like a Selena Gomez. They grew up in the
Yes.
business, and they have their causes, they have their their things, but they're business first. And you just don't hear them putting down their own material that they're in. That's insane.
Right.
That's insane.
It literally is insane. It's not the wisest thing to do, definitely. I wanted to grab this really quick. Where is it? KB with a gifted membership.
Thank you very much.
Is that 5?
That's number 3. We're just 2 away, guys. We are 2
Come on, let's
away.
go. Let's go.
You guys know what this means in the chat. It means it's time to let Miles dance. Let Miles. Philly needs more.
She's out of control.
But thank you so much, KB, for the gifted membership. Yes. In fact, guys, tomorrow I'm gonna take the time. I've yet to watch the trailer for The Fall Guy with Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling, and I'm gonna react for members to that. I've not watched it yet, so be on the lookout for that tomorrow.
I want to react to it.
Well, I don't know if you'll like. You can.
I might.
I think
want to
it's more
react to
action.
it.
I just assume The Fall Guy. I assume it's more action oriented, which I know is not necessarily your thing, your cup of tea as much as mine. So there's that. But I was
There's
also
our girl.
There's our girl. I was also gonna pull up. Gina's kind of been on fire lately. Let's see. Oh no, that was a different one. We already covered this one. But speaking of Gina, though, I'm sure you have already heard. So Drunk 3PO, our buddy Jay, he went on to Culture Casino's channel last week and basically kind of said that like something's coming on Kathleen. I don't know, that something's coming that's going to be like a kind of a big deal, kind of a bomb, so to say. Did you hear that?
No, I haven't heard that. Oh
yeah. I think clearly we all know what source this is probably coming from. I would say Gina. But it made me actually wonder when he said that, did her and Elon, were they able to find something with like, because she had responded when Elon reached out months ago, like if you lost your job over social media, let me know. That's what I'm kind of wondering. Like what? I'm wondering if maybe they were able to work something out. I'm not really sure, but I'm interested.
Yeah, we'll see.
When is that gonna? Suppose
Jay was a little vague with it. He I think he just said in the next like couple weeks or so. Oh, it was kind of my understanding that maybe Gina had collected a lot of emails. And I don't know. We'll see where it goes because Tom even has said this on Midnight's Edge that it kind of feels like Gina's kind of beginning to talk right now for a reason. Like maybe something's coming.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know what kind of contracts she had signed, and I'm sure they're expired by now at this point. So
definitely,
this might be the final month, and she's like, December 1st.
Oh yeah, so you're saying like she probably was under a contract where she really couldn't say much for like the first year or two.
I'm assuming most of those are like high-end contracts with Disney and stuff like that. They all sign NDAs.
Yes, that makes sense that she would be under NDA. So yeah, I bet that's right. I bet it's probably that time is probably kind of beginning to wind down and she's just gonna let loose. That's what I'm starting to think. And it's like when I was watching into the joining the Panderverse. Like they went at Kathleen so hard that because I'm a pretty compassionate and merciful person.
Yeah.
There was a part of
Right.
me that was almost feeling bad for Kathleen just a second, and then I was like, "But wait." I remembered how she treated Gina Carano, and I was like, "It's fair game." Like, you reap what you sow kind of thing.
Well,
It's
and
kinda how I
she's
felt.
not gonna lose her job over this. She'll
No.
be fine.
No,
so.
she's made tons, yeah. So,
You know, I was talking to Romy last night, and we were talking about just how, you know, things work, you know, in the business. Even working on sets, when you've got the job and you're working on sets, and it's like, you know, the super majority of these people that work on sets in front of and behind the camera are incredibly awesome. Like,
yeah.
real people are so kind. There's always one. There's always one. And it's so funny because there was a she got she just got a huge national commercial you're going to see for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
And you know, she's one of the stars, and so she was working for 3 weeks on it, which is like unheard of for a commercial. It's a series of commercials, and there was a diva that was an extra.
It was that extra diva.
And, you know, that apparently, I guess by accident, Romy had taken her chair. You know, and it was
You
just like,
don't take the diva's chair.
yeah, but you don't act like that. That's unprofessional.
Oh, I'm joking here.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm just saying that. What I'm saying is that, like with Gina and Kathleen, people remember that. People
Yes.
remember. You got to, you know, remember, you know, when a writer, you know, acts out of term on set. When anyone acts out of term on set, you're either out right away because they take that shit seriously, or they'll remember you because you might be in a position of power. They'll remember you because, you know, honestly, if Romy was a diva, right, she could have gotten a little extra fired in a heartbeat because she was very unprofessional. But that's like, you know, those inner workings on sets are just, you know, just incredible. But you know, majority of these people are, you know, hardworking, you know, people in front of and behind the camera. So, you know, that's a huge generalization that I think a lot of people and Gina even mentioned it in her first tweet in regards to, you know, hardworking people in production. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what you always hear about that. And I want to grab this. Brett, member for 4 months, just wanted to say hi to everyone.
Hey, Brett.
Well, thank you, Brett. And everyone, remember, we are 2 away from our goal. 2 gifted memberships away. I'm going to throw that out there. Just putting that out in the universe. In case anyone wants to beat it. But I want to go ahead.
Did you get KBs gifted?
Did I get KB? I feel I got KBs.
I just want to make sure we
I
did.
think that's when I played Miles twice.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because we got KB, Chris, and Mr. Butt Crack Media have all gifted.
Okay.
So we got you covered. But I want to go ahead and give you, so for everyone out there, Paulie, if you didn't know, Paulie, he went on Toxic Femme last week, and he has, you know, kind of like the Rippaverse, he has done his own thing, his own book. It's a book, right?
It's a short book called Novella.
Okay.
Which is a little longer than a short story, much shorter than a full book.
Got you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let him kind of show and tell really quick about what he's got, because I know you've got something where people can back up and support the book that's, in this case, already made, which is different than most like Kickstarters, where you're just trying to give money so they can get going. Like in this case, you already have a finished product.
Yeah. It's a Indiegogo project campaign. We're crowdfunding, and what I did at the same time is I ordered two proofs of the book. So I got like I can get the look and feel for myself. It's basically first in a series of fantasy drama with a little bit of sci-fi stories that all original characters I've been working on for years, and this is the first one I'm putting out. I'm very clear about the dates and the goals, and and very transparent on everything that we are raising money for. So it's on the Indiegogo, and I'm all about just making that customer happy. So everything from what we're offering, the book, the poster, the audio, MP3.
Do you have something
Just
you want to send me to pull up? Or if you
oh
want to
yeah,
share
yeah,
your
yeah.
screen, that way we can get they can see what you, because yes, I saw.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Let me
because
put it in the
I know
private.
someone even gifted when we were on with Toxic Femme last week.
Yeah, and the Gilk man just Thomas Gilkey just became a backer. So we have 66 now individual backers. Of the 3,500, we raised almost $2,700.
Well, that's
So
great.
yeah, and we have 10 days left. So so on our Indiegogo, it's very clear the tiers. It's we give you a lot, as far as we even have a little mini performance of the work between me and Romy. And yeah, if you click the bottom second one there, you see the
This.
little, yeah, and that's us reading portions of it. So um yeah, I mean, if you have any questions, Natalie, or please.
Well, what I thought was you were kind of interesting when you were talking about it. You can let me know if I missed this last
I
week.
want to know more about it.
Yes.
Like, what's
Tell our audience, because a lot of them didn't necessarily watch Toxic Femme. Give them kind of a synopsis of the story. But something I kind of caught last week when you were talking is it feels like, say, in the vein of a Lewis or a Tolkien, it almost feels like maybe you have some, not necessarily just Christian, but like it definitely deals with God is kind of what I was getting a little bit to a degree. I mean, there's some
Right.
themes in there.
Well, yeah, it's a God world, and which a lot of people are like kind of shy away from. And in this story, Charleston is a healer, and he's part of a family of kind of celestial beings that either use their powers for good, or, lack of better words, their powers for bad. So he's on the light side. He comes from a lineage of kind of the Mesoamerican Toltec lineage of healers. And so what he can do, he can literally sit next to you and heal you emotionally, spiritually, physically. The way he puts it, he helps you remember about God. He helps you fall in love with the best parts of yourself again. And he calls himself a divine ninja.
I like it.
I love that.
I like it.
And one of his jobs is to protect prospects that have budding powers. And so that's the female on the cover, and her name is Lala, and she has different powers, but she's at a time right now where not only she's very vulnerable, but she's very unstable with her powers. So she needs to go get the proper training. And so literally the linear story in this first book is that he sets her on her path to the next phase of her journey.
I like it. So
that's so cool. Like, I want to read it. That sounds extremely interesting. And just wow, congratulations, Paulie. I mean, what an enormous accomplishment.
Yes, that's exactly, Natalie, what I said on Toxic Film.
Really?
Like, I mean, just the fact that
he impresses me so much.
And could you here? Let me see. How do I just put it on just Paulie? I was gonna let you. Let me remove myself. I'll let you show them them the hard copy.
So this is really cool because we just got these today. I paid for this is like my own money. This has nothing to do with the money being raised. 2 proofs. It's 32 pages. It's durable, semi-gloss cover. I'm like just so
It looks
excited.
good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, the colors are vivid, and here's how a layout with the images look. And each mini chapter will have a kind of like a little title right there. That one's called Sunday Dinner Massacre. They had, it's there is some bad things that happen in this story, as it should be. But I'm totally floored by the quality. I'm totally floored by this quality. So, depending on the different levels, you get this, you get a poster, you get a little message from me, and it includes the shipping. So, yeah. I mean, I could not be happier. So I don't. If you have any other questions, or if you wanted me to read a little bit, but whatever you guys want.
Yeah, no, I think I just showing them some of this artwork. And here's what you get. Here's where we go. What you get. So there's the different tiers that you were talking about.
Right. So technically, tier 3 is sold out. It's all sold out. Yeah. We've been killing it.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So you can only get tier 1 and 2 right now.
You can get tier 1 and 2, and then you can get a different tier, just audio only. So tier 1 is the book, tier 2 is the book and the poster, and then there's a separate audio only. So some people, that was the tier 3. So some people are just ordering the book and the MP3. The MP3 would be me and Romy, performing it on just an audio, just like an MP3. I'll produce it, nice quality, and we'll get that out to you. But so also too, like I said, you guys are going to help us set up the shop with bookbaby.com. Print on demand, global ebook on demand, Amazon, all those things just cost money. I mean, it's just crazy. But the goal is we'll be done in 10 days. What will happen is, the way Indiegogo works is that after the end of the campaign in 10 days, it takes about 10 business days to get the money to us. Then I can order the 100 books. I can order everything that we promised with Book Baby. They're ready to go. And that's another reason why I did this, because I'm like, this is ready.
Yeah.
We don't need any changes. This baby's ready. Once I get the books, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, I just think it's, it's again such a great accomplishment that you've done. And beyond that, that's why I wanted to bring you on. One, you're a buddy of the channel, so we are proud of you, but also just
we
need stuff like, like this, like that even kind of incorporates like those type themes and just kind of classic, like it sounds kind of classic fantasy of good versus evil to a degree.
It is, and it's complicated because I play with that because they are technically all related, which I think is fascinating.
Okay.
So and if someone's saying post the website, so I don't know if Marcos, you can go to my Twitter and get the link to the Indiegogo. But Michelle, there was a break in the family where people that veered to the dark side didn't want to give complete forgiveness to normies, to civilizations that have historically done bad stuff to each other. Whereas people on the light, it's like we believe in complete forgiveness.
Right.
There's, of course, you got to earn it, but that was like the major rift. And so you have this rift within the family, and that caused people just to use their powers for really dark stuff and twisted stuff. Everything from like possession to being like like almost a zombie like soldiers. So but back to the main characters. Everything's earned. There's right there's it's like,
there's no just handing it to them.
Right. And he was like, I see a girl on the cover. Did you make her, what is it? Did you make her gay?
A strong female character. Did you make her gay and lame?
Right. Did you feel this?
Yeah, we're like, yeah, come on. We need you to tell the
I
truth.
have to
Did you
tell
pull a
you, I
KK
have to
here?
tell you, sex is not even brought up in this story. Like, what?
Which I also can appreciate
Yeah,
at times.
I was gonna say I do too.
Yeah.
I
'cause-
can also appreciate that. But
Well,
no, I
yeah.
just I definitely, Paulie, and I say this, and when I say this, I'm gonna do it. I definitely will be a backer.
I thought you
And
backed up because there was someone with your name that did it yesterday.
it wasn't me, but it will be me
It
later
was so
tonight when you
hilarious.
see me.
I was
So
like, what? I was like, what?
yes, I will definitely be backing this. And guys,
Oh.
I think that worked. I put the link there. And I'll also put it in the description. I'll put it in the description after the show is finished. Like when you go back and if you watch the replay, you can find it in the description. But there is the link for Paulie's Indiegogo. How many days did you say you have left?
10 days. 10
10
days, but
days.
I think we're gonna get there a lot sooner. We're already well ahead of the game. We're so grateful, and it's just been great going on all our friends' channels. You know, that's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, you're
And
76% there.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna get there for sure.
Yeah,
You know.
I think you'll get there for sure too.
It's mainly in English, about 95%. There is some Spanish and there's some indigenous language in there, but it's there's a really great glossary we've created. Working with an editor, guys, has been great because what she was able to tell me, she gave me notes, everything on story, on character, on language, to maybe you should change chapter 5 to chapter 1.
Oh yes, you're saying
Yeah.
that because you went back because that chapter kind of lays out everything.
It talks about the universe. Right?
Yes, it lays out
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
the world building that you've done there. Yeah, no, I
And-
just think this is great. Again, guys, I'm going to be personally backing it. I recommend you guys checking this out. Because I mean, who doesn't sometimes need a new? Again, a novella would be like a short story. Well, you said it's longer than a short story.
Novella.
Novella,
Is that
novella.
How you, is that how
Novella.
you pronounce that?
Novella. Yeah.
Novella.
Novella.
It's Italian. It's Italian.
What?
But yeah, and these is just one of many stories, and I wanted to make sure everyone got it. Not this story, of course, is not just for a particular culture or ethnicity of people. It's for
Yes.
everyone. It just so
As
happens.
entertainment should be for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just as if and they're really interesting characters. Charleston is a very strange, odd, and funny leading guy.
Yes.
So,
Well,
yeah.
I will be interested to read and
too.
find more out about Charleston. And Paulie, thank you so much for coming on our show. And
Got it.
Always a pleasure.
yes, Paulie is a friend of the channel, and I know Marcos has had his link. If you are not yet subscribed to Paulie, definitely go
Do
subscribe.
yourself a favor.
Yes.
Go subscribe.
And again, there Marcos has it too. There's the Indiegogo link
Gracias.
there. Definitely, I recommend going and backing because, guys, I mean, I know we do a lot of fussing and or Natalie and I are the biggest fussers in the world, but the spectrum of the YouTube, we definitely point out things that aren't the best in entertainment.
Sure.
And I think it's good to support
People creating their own art, and their own contribution to society. And I love to see it, like people really kind of stepping into these gifts that they have inside of them. And I include you in that, Paulie. It blesses me to see it.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
it's awesome, Paulie. Again, I'm backing, guys. I'm backing. So I want some of you guys out there to hopefully back Paulie as well, who's definitely going to meet his goal.
Yes.
But
yes.
yeah, everyone in the chat, you
Thanks,
guys have
ladies.
been awesome tonight. And Paulie, thank you so much for coming on and
It was
showing
fun.
that. Yes, and good luck to you. I mean, not that you need luck, but good luck to you with this. Again, you're going to hit your goal, and I'm excited for what you've got next after this.
Absolutely.
The next thing will be when we get the books in mid-December, we'll do a kind of a shipping party where I'm gonna be taking. Oh, here's Force of Lights book. Sign it. Put it in the bag. Ta-da! We'll have a little
Yes.
signing party.
Awesome. Yes. Now I look forward to that. That'll be great. And I look forward to getting it and being able to read it. And for any Spanish that I don't know, I'll just take a picture and send it to my friend and have him translate it for me.
You'll get it. You ain't gonna lose nothing. You ain't gonna lose nothing. Hey, I had Dreaming Tabitha read it and she got it. So
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I do have a friend that was born and raised in Mexico, and when we occasionally get like an all Spanish, all in Spanish comment on YouTube, I screenshot it and I'm like, "Is this good or bad?"
Did they say something awful?
He's like, "Oh, okay, they're kind of into you."
He's like, do you want the good news first or the bad?
Right. How inappropriate were they?
But yes, thank you again, Paulie, and thank you every one of you guys in the chat. You guys have been awesome tonight.
Yes,
Definitely
as always.
check us out or check me out later at Toxic Femme and go support Paulie. You won't regret it. You won't regret it.
Yes.
And we should be back. We plan on being back next week.
I'm Ron Burgundy. You stay classy, San Diego.
And thanks for stopping by.
But mainly, stay classy.
You guys stay classy. I will say this last thing too. Oh, Paulie, anything you want to, besides the book, you want to promote for your channel?
There's videos up every day. Come and check it out and comment, and so we can have a conversation. I respond to all my comments, and that's it.
Okay. Well, there we go. You go subscribe to Latino Slant. And I was going to tell you guys, I will be reacting to the new Reacher trailer that is coming out tomorrow. And then next week, I'm sure we'll talk about this next week on the live stream. Next week, we will get our reaction to Harry Potter. Natalie and I watched Harry Potter for the first time.
Really? Which one?
The first one. We never seen any of them, man.
Yeah, we just skipped over those during our younger years.
All I'm gonna say, guys, is from the first one. I forever now will now clap this way. That's what I'm gonna do.
Maggie Smith.
But yes, everyone out there, you guys have an awesome week, and we will see you next Monday. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, remember to be a force of light. All right, bye, guys.